In the neon heart of Tokyo, the day ends and the night brings the birth of an entirely different beast. The city's soul pulses through its vibrant nightlife, a symphony of sights, sounds, and electric energy that offers an intoxicating blend of dreams and desires. And among this canvas of color and chaos thrives Japan's iconic J-pop culture, a world where music, fashion, and fantasy come together, creating gods out of mere mortals. Yumi Nakamura was one such goddess, a radiant supernova in the J-pop universe. Yumi's magical voice and captivating charm inspired millions. But on the night of June 16, 2017, the music stopped. Yumi was found lifeless in her penthouse, her death as puzzling as the city she called home. This is Tokyo Twilight, a journey into the underbelly of stardom, where the stage isn't just set for music and dance, but also for mystery, intrigue, and a tragic end that no one saw coming. Yumi Nakamura, a household name of J-pop stardom, didn't always have her name up in lights. Born in a small town on the outskirts of Osaka, she swapped the countryside for Tokyo's high-octane energy, chasing her dreams at the tender age of 15. With raw talents and courage forged into the unforgiving crucible of the music industry, Yumi rose above the crowd. Her music wasn't just about catchy tunes, it was a masterstroke of emotion, relatability, and the undying spirit of a young woman navigating her way through life. As she ascended to stardom, the pressure, the rumors, and a host of jealous enemies came along with her. On stage, Yumi was a force of nature, a radiant spectacle that commanded adoration. But behind the gleaming persona lay a young woman grappling with the immense pressures of fame. The glamour, while enticing, often veiled the loneliness that came hand in hand with being on a pedestal. And yet, Yumi Nakamura, the superstar, was in many ways just Yumi, the dreamer, the friend, the daughter. Through the eyes of those who knew her best, we begin to understand the woman behind the phenomenon, the heart behind the hits. June 16, 2017, a date now etched in infamy. Yumi Nakamura's penthouse, an oasis in Tokyo's concrete jungle, transformed overnight into a chilling crime scene. The pristine setting bore little evidence of struggle, no signs of forced entry, and no indication of intrusion. But the eerie silence of the apartment echoed a sinister tale. On the living room floor lay Yumi, her life snuffed out, her voice silenced forever. Among the scattered remnants of the night, detectives found a few precious clues: a wine glass with remnants of a rare imported poison, and an ominous origami crane left on the windowsill. As the initial shock decreased, two key suspects emerged from the haze of disbelief. The first was Kenji Sato, a fellow J-pop artist and rumored lover. In an industry that thrives on image, a damaging incident unfolded during an awards ceremony held just weeks before Yumi's death. During the live broadcast, Kenji, possibly under the influence, went off script. In a misguided attempt to gain attention, he publicly declared his love for Yumi on stage. Instead of the supportive response he might have hoped for, Yumi was visibly taken aback. Responding with surprising honesty, she dismissed Kenji's statement as a desperate bid for attention, creating a scene that left Kenji both publicly humiliated and professionally tarnished. The second suspect was Mia Tanaka, an obsessive fan known for her bizarre antics, who had recently been issued a restraining order by Yumi's management. She began showing up at Yumi's recording studio and other non-public places where the singer would be. She sent hundreds of unsolicited letters, many of which took a darker, possessive tone. One section of her letters read, "My dearest Yumi, every breath you take, I feel it in my soul. Every word you sing, it's sung for me. And every smile, every tear, every fear, I share them with you. Because you are mine, Yumi, and I am yours. Forever. And soon, you will understand this. You will feel this. Our destiny is unavoidable, inescapable. Just as a moth is drawn to a flame, so too am I drawn to you. The day will come when we'll be together with nothing and no one standing in our way. And on that day, the world will finally see the love that burns between us. The love that you have yet to understand but soon will. Forever yours, Mia." She was also responsible for a series of online threats directed at anyone she thought was getting too close to Yumi. One directed at Kenji Sato said, "To Kenji and any others like him, you have no right to Yumi. You are not worthy of her love, her talent, her light. You are just a moth drawn to her flame, a leech feeding off of her fame. I see through you. And if you dare to hurt Yumi, If you dare to cast a shadow on her light, know this, I will stop at nothing to protect her. Although Kenji Sato and Miya Tanaka were both initially suspected in Yumi's murder, neither could be linked to the crime. Kenji was at a music industry event in Osaka, hundreds of kilometers away from the scene at the time of the murder. Attendees verified his presence, making his involvement in Yumi's murder virtually impossible. Additionally, no trace of the rare poison that killed Yumi was found among his possessions. Miya, meanwhile, was under police surveillance due to a restraining order. The record showed she was home during the time of the murder. Similar to Kenji, Miya also had no access to the lethal substance. Both suspects were cleared, leaving the investigation without a suspect. A year passed with no breakthroughs, and Yumi Nakamura's murder case grew cold, shrouded in mystery and unanswered questions. Then, in a grim twist of fate, a man was found dead in his Tokyo apartment, an apparent suicide. It was Toshiro Hayashi, Yumi's longtime makeup artist. The man who had crafted her public image was now at the center of her story in the most tragic way. Toshiro's suicide note, a haunting confession, held the missing piece of the puzzle. He detailed his romantic relationship with Yumi and the pain he was forced to endure while keeping it a secret. The note read, "My dearest Yumi, by the time you read this, I will have joined you in the realm beyond this world. I can no longer bear the torment of life without you, the unbearable silence that your absence has left in its wake. I confess, it was me, Yumi. I couldn't bear to watch you move on, to forget our love. The poison, it was supposed to be for both of us, a romantic escape, a permanent union in the afterlife. But when the time came, I faltered. I watched as you slipped away, alone. And now, as I pen these final words, I yearn for your forgiveness, for your understanding. I hope that in death, we can find the peace we could not find in life. Forever yours, in this life and the next, Toshiro." Yumi Nakamura, a vibrant presence silenced. Her life and death, a tragic saga that shook the J-pop industry and her adoring fans. Her music and her spirit continue to resonate, echoing in the hearts of millions.